What's good, everyone? Thank you for stopping by to visit the channel for this upcoming game preview. If you want to stay updated in the world of college football, if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and select all so you won't miss another video. Also, like the video, it helps the channel grow, and give me your score prediction in the comment section below, even if you agree or disagree with my score prediction. Now, it took us a little over a year, but we finally got the early season matchup we wanted to see last year. Ohio State versus Oregon. The Bucks have dominated this series dating back to their first win in 1958, but this would be their 10th time playing against each other. The last meeting between these two teams was in 2015, where Ezekiel Elliot led the Buckeyes to a 42-20 victory in the inaugural college football playoff national championship game. As we start with every video, we review the tail of the tape. As we review the tail of the tape of advanced metrics, it looks like Ohio State holds a sizable advantage in overall SP plus and when they have the ball on offense. Bill Connolly's SP plus rating has them favored by 13 points in this game with a 78% win probability, and Vegas agrees with SP plus as they open the spread at 11.5 and is currently sitting at 14 at the time of recording. In the first quarter, it looked like Ohio State was about to boat race Minnesota, and then PJ Fleck had the craziest call of the game. He went for it on 4th and 1 on their own 29, and he got 56 yards on the ground in the second quarter. Now, that was when the game got weird, and CJ Stroud and the Ohio State offense looked a little disjointed, as you can tell from their 31% second quarter success rate. The third quarter was nuts. Even though Ohio State had a 20% success rate delta in the quarter, Minnesota was hanging around, even holding a 21-17 lead. Then Ohio State landed haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. The first one was with CJ Stroud connecting with Garrett Wilson on a 56-yard bomb, where he had at least a 6-yard separation from the guy who was supposed to cover him. The game changer was a strip sack from Zach Harrison, leading to a scoop and score, which gave Ohio State the breathing room they needed. And as I said after the game ended, big plays, y'all. Ohio State was able to make them in the second half, and while Minnesota fought valiantly, but they found out the Gophers may have horses, but Ohio State got thoroughbreds. And guys like Olave, Garrett Wilson, Travion Henderson, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, those guys are difference makers. On defense, I thought Ohio State looked like world beaters, and then at times, I thought they were a little disjointed. Now, I'm going to talk about when they looked good. Despite Minnesota and Mohamed Ibrahim running for a bunch of yards, the Bucks held the Gophers to a 29% rushing success rate, and they stopped 19% of Minnesota's carries at or behind the line of scrimmage. They also subbed a lot of guys in the back seven, partly due to having Josh Proctor getting hurt, and they had their starting corners out. So that messed up the continuity between the rookies and the veterans, and it led to a few busts in coverage and run fits. Down the road, playing a lot of players will pay dividends for two reasons. One, you will find the players who can play consistent winning football, and two, you will find the players who are also good in spot situations, like a pass rusher who can create pressure on third and long situations. Oregon's offense against Fresno State closely resembles a box score. The Ducks were all over the place on offense. They ran 186 yards on 3.8 yards per carry with a 41% rushing success rate. When you remove sacks from the equation, the Ducks ran for 4.7 yards per carry. Oregon had 3 drives where they scored 17 points, but the scoring drives consisted of 3 yards, 27 yards, and 25 yards. It's not like they had to do a ton of work putting up those points, but when Fresno made them go down the field, it wasn't easy for the Duck offense. Part of that reason was Anthony Brown, who, if we're being objective, did not have the best day throwing the football, except for the final drive before halftime where he found Johnny Johnson for a 32-yard touchdown pass. He went 8 for 9 on that drive for over 100 yards passing. He did have a 62% completion percentage, but it was only for 7 yards per pass attempt, and that doesn't cut the mustard if you need your quarterback to win the game for you through the air. Also, Brown had a passing success rate of 29%. Now, a positive for Oregon's offense is they are going to close out drives when they are in plus territory. The Ducks generated 5 scoring chances and averaged 6 points per scoring chance. On defense, Kayvon Thibodeaux is a problem. His first step off the snap is uncanny, and he has great bend and speed for a guy his size. When he was on the field on Saturday, Fresno State couldn't get anything going on offense. As soon as he went down with the ankle injury, Fresno State started to cook, evidenced by the second and third quarter success rates, including a 67% success rate in the third quarter. Oregon's defense saw a lot of snaps in this game, but In the fourth quarter, they were able to get key stops, including a forced fumble by linebacker Justin Flowe, which would start a 10-0 scoring run to close out the game. If you're familiar with my channel, I will usually do a computer model, but this year I'm doing things different. I created a rating system that is based on the principles of ELO, but it is structured by the point differential of the average college football team. If you're not familiar with ELO, it runs like this. After every game, the winning team will take points from the losing team. The difference between the ratings of the winner and loser determines the total number of points gained or lost after a game. If the high-rated team wins, then they'll receive a fraction of the rating points from the low-rated team. However, if the lower-rated team wins in an upset, then they will receive a huge rating boost relative to their rating. So the bigger the upset, the bigger the ratings boost. I should add that if the higher-rated team plays poorly against a team they were supposed to dominate but still win, the higher-rated team will get punished for it. As to what goes on in the rating system, it's a few parts of a weighted recruiting average, some parts returning production, and recent ranking history. Now, these ratings are different from the tail of the tape where I use SP+. This model has the Buckeyes to win by the score of 39-28 with a 76% win probability. So we got a noon kick in Columbus, which means it is going to be 9 o'clock my time on the West Coast. That's going to be fun. So the health of Thibodeaux is something to keep an eye on. He can disrupt Ohio State's game plan if the Buckeyes are willing to take shots downfield. Ryan Day loves calling those slow developing long shots, but the issue with that is Stroud is going to hold the ball longer. And if that's the case, if you just give Thibodeaux an extra second or two to get to him, that is not conducive to the Buckeye offense, even though the Ohio State offensive line is talented up front. The patience of Ryan Day when he is calling the offense is something to look at, because if I'm Oregon, I would take away the big shot and force Stroud to make the routine throws, those intermediate 8 to 10 yards over the middle, those type of throws in tight windows. For Oregon, I think Anthony Brown will need to be better than what he was against Fresno last week. And Joe Moorhead, their offensive coordinator, he's going to have to cook up some third and short situations and stay away from third and long, which means their success rate on standard downs must be around 49, 51% if Oregon's going to win this game. In the end, I'm taking Ohio State to the score of 41-27. This is the type of game where Oregon is going to hang for a little over a half. My concern about Oregon is their ability to march down the field on offense, even though Ohio State's defense is hit or miss, but they have enough athletes there to force Oregon to sputter on offense. I mentioned this before. They had short fields to work with against Fresno, and Ohio State is going to make them earn every point in this game. And that's going to be it for this preview. Let me know your thoughts are in the game in the comment section below. Give me your score prediction and tell me why your respective team is going to win the game. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give the video a like, and if you love college football as much as I do, hit the subscribe button if you want to stay updated with the latest previews and the occasional highlights. And as always, thank you for watching.